Hello millstones and wishbones, I am Joseph Moore and this is the Wednesday show. So for today, it's the first of its kind, so I thought I'd do something special. I'm going to pull a random card out of my hat and that will be the issue that I will be discussing today. And I've got 12 issues that I will go over all of them in due time, and I'm drawing out a card right now and oh, that one fell out. Let's put that back in. Drawing a random card. Let's draw this one. Progress of technology, an exciting one. So, let me prepare my thoughts and I will be back with you in a moment. This is the first Mensiversary of the Jalden show, so to celebrate that, I will be making myself some brownies. Alright, so those brownies are baking, and let's get started with the issue, which is the progress of technology. Now, in my mind, this really isn't too much of an issue. I just don't think that the human race will look back 50 years from now and say, you know, that giant leap in technology really wasn't that much of a good thing. Now, when we talk about advances in science and technology, we normally come to the singularity, which is kind of the asymptote line for the exponential growth of technology that we see so far. The singularity at its base is kind of a flawed concept if you think about it. That technology is always unpredictable and that you may never even see it coming. People in the 50s were thinking that we'd have flying cars and jetpacks to move around with, but instead we have the internet, which is something that they would never have dreamed of. That's the idea of the singularity, that the asymptote line will happen and then we'll have no idea what happens after that. But when you think about it, there really haven't been any game-changing inventions lately. I mean, sure, you've had the internet, but that's been around for what, 20 years? Sure, it's made considerable changes to the way we function as a society, but it really just kind of adds functionality to the computer, which is even around longer than that. And in my mind, computers have really peaked on their speed. At least on a consumer level, we really don't need more than 8 gigabytes to do more than, say, play a game and record the screen and talk with our friends at the same time. It's not to say that there isn't going to be another game changer. Inventions like these take a while to proliferate within society. It wasn't until the 90s when most people even had computers, and they've been around since the 60s. Now, I've been talking about computers, but computers are not the only technology that's progressing. There are other technologies that are influential just as much as a computer. 3D printers will be very influential in the years to come. Imagine having the ability to just download a design off the internet, then having a real copy of it for free in your home. That's what this technology promises, but right now it's still in its infant stage. I mean, you could probably only make some plastic glasses or contact cases or things like that, and they'd have to be pretty small too. But the technology will evolve, and you may be able to create stuff like guitars or pots and pans or useful items like that. Advances in medicine may make cancer a non-issue, and human augmentation may become a real thing, but more ramifications come with that, and that's another debate altogether. Even though technology has shifted a long ways, the humankind has stayed remarkably similar to how we were back in the Roman times or even back in the caves. So even though technology has changed, people don't, at least not yet. Our technology may be able to change that in the coming years. But because this technology changes, our institutions are going to be needing to change around it. Our schools, governments, economies, these are all founded on technological improvements that were 200 years ago at the Industrial Revolution. Some might say, myself included, that we are on the brink of a paradigm shift in society itself due to this technology. The shift may in fact be happening already, but albeit slowly. Alright, so that's the end of the show. Thanks for watching it. All links will go down into the doobly-doo. And there's also just one last thing that I'd like to mention about the progress of technology. There's a book called The Singularity is Near by Ray Kurzweil. I saw a documentary on him a few months ago. Pretty interesting stuff. It's on Netflix. If you have Netflix, you could probably just stream it over. So I'll leave on that note, and I will see you all on Saturday for the punishment.